Let me ask you something that might change your life. What if you woke up this morning and found out the Iraqi dinar is now officially worth 4.22s per IQD? Confirmed live on national television. Not a rumor, not a theory. A real, official announcement. Yes, the revaluation RV that investors have waited for over a decade to see is now reality. This isn't speculation anymore, it's history in the making. If you've been holding dinar, your patience may have just paid off in a life-changing way. And if you're watching this now, stay with us, because over the next few minutes, we're going to walk you through what just happened, what it means, and what's next, so you don't make the mistake of celebrating too early or cashing out without a plan. Grab a notebook, sit down. This isn't just news. This is the moment you've been waiting for. Today, August 5th, 2025. The Central Bank of Iraq and Prime Minister al-Sudani shocked the world by announcing on national TV that the Iraqi dinar is now officially revalued at 4. The announcement was made in a special broadcast that aired across Iraq and international news outlets. The Prime Minister stood proudly with top financial advisors and central bank leaders, stating that this decision represents Iraq's rise from economic instability to global financial strength. Within minutes, global financial forums and currency investors went wild. This isn't just a number change, it's a total transformation of Iraq's economic status. People who bought dinar years ago, at rates as low as 1,000 IQD per dollar, are now looking at gains that could be life-changing. Banks across the world have already begun adjusting systems, and exchange centers are preparing for what could become the largest wave of currency redemption in modern history. The 4.22 rate came as a huge surprise to many analysts. Most believed that a revaluation would bring the IQD somewhere around 1.50 to $2, maybe $3 at best. But Iraq didn't just meet expectations, it smashed them. This new rate reflects Iraq's confidence, power, and readiness to re-enter the world economy as a serious financial player. The Prime Minister made it clear, this isn't just about money, it's about dignity, independence, and a future that Iraq is finally in control of. For so long, Iraq's financial potential was held back by sanctions, war, and uncertainty, but this bold move proves that those days are in the past. The world is watching, and investors are reacting fast. Exchange centers are being flooded with calls, appointments are being booked out weeks in advance. If you own dinar, this is your moment, but you must understand what's next before you rush into any decision. Now, here's what's important. While this revaluation is real and active, there are still critical steps you must take before you exchange your dinar. Many banks are only accepting exchanges by appointment. Others are requiring full proof of purchase, including receipts and photo identification. Financial experts are warning investors to avoid emotional decisions and think through the tax and legal implications before making any moves. In some countries, converting large amounts of foreign currency can trigger significant tax obligations. Failing to report the exchange properly could lead to unexpected tax bills or even penalties. That's why it's highly recommended to work with a certified financial planner or tax professional before exchanging. Remember, this is not a lottery ticket. It's a strategic opportunity, and how you handle it will determine what kind of future you build from it. So how did Iraq pull this off? According to government officials, the revaluation is the result of years of planning, reform, and economic rebuilding. The Central Bank of Iraq has been working behind the scenes to stabilize the economy, boost oil production, strengthen foreign reserves, and reduce dependence on outside forces. With a growing GDP, strong international partnerships, and a massive supply of natural resources, Iraq is now financially independent and capable of supporting a stronger currency. The 4.22D rate isn't just a number. They're saying it reflects the true value of Iraq's wealth, including oil, gas, agriculture, and minerals, and the country isn't stopping here. Alongside the revaluation, the Prime Minister also introduced Iraq's brand new digital currency, known as the digital dinar. which aims to modernize transactions and attract even more global investment in the coming month. The digital dinar was launched today in parallel with the revaluation, and it's already being called a game changer, built on blockchain technology. The central bank digital currency, CBDC, will allow for faster, safer, and more transparent transactions, both domestically and international. It supports smart contracts, mobile payments, and cross-border exchanges. Iraq is joining the ranks of countries like China, the EU, and the US, who are also developing digital currencies. But Iraq is doing it with incredible timing, right as their fiat currency. It's a massive boost. This positions Iraq as a financial tech leader in the Middle East, and experts believe it will attract billions in new investment. For dinar holders, this could mean more options in the future: physical currency, digital wallets, and new tools for managing your wealth securely. But it also means one thing: learn digital finance now, because that's where the future is heading. The global reaction has been intense. Financial markets are buzzing. News agencies around the world are scrambling to cover the story. Countries like the United Arab Emirates, Saudi Arabia, and Germany have already praised Iraq's move, saying it could spark a new wave of regional cooperation and trade. Banks in these countries are already in talks with Iraq's central bank to integrate digital currency system. Meanwhile, other nations, like Iran, have criticized the move, calling it politically motivated. But many analysts say this just proves Iraq's growing independence and ability to act without outside pressure. The Treasury has responded cautiously, calling the revaluation promising but complex, and noting they will continue to monitor developments, but no one can deny it now. Iraq has just made one of the boldest financial moves in recent history, and investors around the world are either celebrating or scrambling to catch up. Forums and social media platforms are overflowing with posts from investors who have held on to their dinar for years, some for over a decade, now waking up to see their holdings worth hundreds of thousands, or even millions. These aren't just wealthy investors. Many are everyday people: teachers, veterans, nurses, small business owners, who believed in Iraq's comeback story. They took a chance, they waited, and now their patience is being rewarded. But with great reward comes great responsibility, and that's why financial experts are stepping up to guide people through this transition. Don't let the excitement cloud your judgment. Plan your next move like your future depends on it, because it does. Let's talk numbers for a sec. If you purchased 1 million Iraqi dinar when the exchange rate was 1,000 IQD per USD, you may have paid about 1,000. Today, with the new rate of 4.22s per IQD, that same million dinar is now worth over 4.2 million USD. That's not a typo. That's life-changing money, but it's also money that needs to be managed carefully. If you walk into an exchange center without a plan, you could lose a huge portion of that money to fees, taxes, or bad financial decisions. That's why this video isn't just about celebrating the news. It's about educating you so you don't make the common mistakes we've seen after every major financial windfall. Right now, banks and exchange centers are flooded with calls. Many are overwhelmed and may have wait lists for appointments. Some are limiting how much dinar can be exchanged per day to manage the flow. Be patient, prepare your documents, make sure your dinar is authentic and traceable. Having receipts and purchase records will help the process go fast. And remember, every institution may have different procedures. Call ahead, ask questions. Don't assume it will be like exchanging any other currency. This is a unique event. If you've waited years for this moment, waiting a few more days to do it right is absolutely worth it. Another major point: taxes. Depending on where you live, the profits from your dinar exchange may be treated as capital gains or ordinary income. This could mean anywhere from 10% to 40% of your profit could be owed to the government. The last thing you want is to be caught off guard by a massive tax bill next year. That's why you need to speak to a tax advisor now, not later. Make sure you know how to report your gain, how to pay the correct amount, and how to protect yourself from future audits or penalty. A few hours with a good CPA could save you hundreds of thousands of dollars in the long run. So what's next for Iraq? According to insiders, this is just the first wave of their financial revolution. Plans are already in motion to expand digital banking, modernize infrastructure, boost tourism, and attract foreign investment in industries beyond oil. Iraq's leadership believes this is their time to lead, not follow, and today's revaluation is just the opening move in a much bigger game. Investors are watching closely, Wall Street is watching, and so should you. If you're planning to reinvest your dinar profits, consider looking into Iraqi-based funds, fintech, or real estate. But whatever you do, don't rush. Smart money moves slow and strategic. We want to close this report with a message to all the dinar holders who never gave up. This moment is yours. You believed when others laughed. You held on when others sold. You waited while others called it a scam. And now, the numbers don't lie. The IQD is worth that belief, combined with patience and preparation, has made you a part of financial history. But remember, this is not the end of the journey, it's the beginning. The decisions you make in the next few weeks will shape your financial future for years to come. So stay grounded, stay focused, and stay informed. We'll continue to bring you breaking updates, expert interviews, and practical guidance as this story evolves. So if you're not already subscribed to Iraqi Dinar News, hit that subscribe button now, turn on notifications, and share this video with anyone who holds IQD or wants to understand what's really happening. The revaluation is real, the digital dinar is live, and Iraq's future is shining bright. Stay with us, because this is just the beginning of a new financial era, not just for Iraq, but for anyone who believed in its future. Like, comment, and stay connected. We're in this together, and the best is yet to come.